An interesting RPG we have here. The focus of the game is not on its story, and it shows. The story just seems to serve in moving you from place to place without much else. Not a big part of the game, surprisingly, so don't expect much out of it. The environments are just great. Great detail any way you look at it. When you travel from area to area, each one has its own little charms and details that make them each feel different. The weather effects are also well done. One of the best things graphically about the game is at dawn or dusk. The way the sun looks coming through the trees or over the houses is just a wonderful effect. The people you meet have a rather plain look to them, which actually fits the game well, as most of the people you meet are plain old peasants, so their plain dirty appearance is what you would expect. The music seems to blend in with the background and doesn't stand out much. Most towns are filled with either the cheers from the loving public or the cries of terror from the very same people. One of the reasons the music does seem to fall into the background is because it does fit the general mood well. The effects, on the other hand, are very noticeable, and they are great. Nothing quite like hitting your opponent with a bolt of lightning and watching and hearing them slowly roast into a skeleton while you listen to the crackles from the lightning burn them away. This is by far the largest part of the game. With a whole world at your fingertips to mold how you see fit, there's a lot to cover as you travel around Albion. Starting with fighting, you have 3 basic ways to fight: melee, range, and will. In melee, you have about 6 weapon types to pick from. They are also divided into 2 categories of light and heavy weapons. Each one has 3 types: a strong but slow weapon, and a fast but weak weapon, and then one in the middle. Range fighting works how you would expect, and like melee, you also get to pick weapon types. The only difference is range is a factor in these weapons. Pistols won't fire as far as rifles, for example. Finally, we come to will, which is your magic. Unlike in most games, you have unlimited magic. How the spell system works is each spell has a total of 5 levels. You must then charge your spell to the higher levels to use them. Another catch is you can only have 1 spell assigned to each level, so you have to think about which spells you want to be able to cast quickly with less power and which ones you want to be able to charge up for a devastating effect. Something to note is you don't get armor. The clothes you wear only affect how people will see you, not how much damage you take. There are augments for your weapon that can lower how much damage you take though. The good news about this is you don't have to worry about armor when picking what you want to wear. This opens up being able to wear whatever you want. The bad thing about the battle system is this: you can't die. If you lose all your health, all the experience on the ground at the time disappears and you get a few scars. A few seconds after that, you get another burst of energy and you're back up at full health. Without the chance of a game over, the game becomes pretty easy. That being said, scars will lower how attractive you are, and they are permanent. So unless you don't care how you look, you have a reason to use potions. Also, as the enemies get stronger, you'll still need to as well if you want to be able to kill them at all. In order to get stronger, you have 2 types of experience: general and specialized. The specialized one matches the type of attack you use to fight with, so the more you use your magic, the more experience you will get to level it up. So after you get some experience, you go to the ability section in the menu and then pick the category you want to level up in. Each category has a few skills to learn in each one and takes a certain amount of experience to learn. The total experience you have is your specialized experience plus your general experience. Overall, this system works well for what it was designed to do, that being giving you the freedom to customize your character and fight how you want them to. The nameless hero you control is yours to mold how you want. Be good and become a saint loved all over the world, or become a dark creature that causes people to flee in terror. It's all up to you. Your appearance is based off many things: your clothes, hairstyle, purity, alignment, and how you level up. The first 2 are simple enough. For the next 2, if you do a good deed, your appearance will be pure and good, but if you do evil, you will look like a demon. You have a great deal of control over almost every aspect of your hero, which makes it worth replaying multiple times to try out new approaches. The actions you take will directly affect the world. Many of these will be based off if you take the good or evil path, but some are directly related to quests. This can be minor things such as the price of items in shops to larger things such as crime rate in towns. As your actions affect the world in this way, the game again encourages you to play through it again to see what you can come up with a different approach. You get a strong feeling of the world being alive as things work similar to how you would be if all this was real. While your main goal is to quest as a hero, that won't get you much money, so you're forced to work. This ranges from chopping wood or forging swords in a blacksmith to carrying out assassinations. You can also buy shops and gain a bit of their profit from time to time, even while not playing. Time also passes in a semi-realistic way. As you travel around Albion, you will notice it can take days to travel from place to place. Shops are also only open in the day, jobs aren't available all the time, and your family will start to miss you. This all means you have to pay attention to the time of day and how long you have been gone from place to place. This system greatly adds to the feeling of what a real adventurer would have to deal with. The downside to all this traveling is the load times are a bit long. Not so long that it will keep you from playing, but long enough you will notice it takes longer than average. The world is vast and it changes based on what you do. This leaves you open to want to keep coming back again and again to see how you can shape the world each time. The combat is easy as you can simply overpower almost anything you see and you can't die, yet it is still fun and gives you the freedom as to how you want to fight. With the amount of customizing you can do and how the world changes to reflect your actions, you can try many different approaches to the game and see how things turn out, adding a good deal of replayability to the game. I say check this game out, there will probably be something in the game you will like. So overall, a good, solid game.